All right.
It's hot here, man.
For a program who's been waiting for something like this, what does this mean for Florida State?
Honestly, we've been saying it all week. This is our chance to prove that, like, we're not just some little one-and-done team that we can't just beat lower-level teams. And it's just, honestly, the simplest way to say it is Florida State's back. That's the simplest way to say it.
Jared, what did you see on the extra point block? Where were you? What did you see of it?
The last one?
Yeah.
Honestly, they tightened down the splits because we kept getting back there as a D line. So they tightened it down a lot. I had 3 dudes on me. I knew the second, like, all 3 of them came on me, I said, somebody's taking this. Like, somebody's taking this. And then, like, I'm trying to push back. I just hear, my bad. I see a little smack. I turn back. Ball hits the upright. Goes down. We can start running. I can't remember what happened after that.
How'd you get through on the first one?
They just let me through. Like, I don't know what they were doing. That was a mistake on their falter.
Do you think they changed their look for the extra point because of you getting through on the field goal?
Most definitely. They weren't doing that in any of their film with the coaches from Cincinnati. They weren't doing that from their spring game. They weren't doing that at all. The whole game before that, they weren't doing that. And then that last one, I feel like they got scared of what we were doing up front. So then they brought everybody inside.
Was anything said after the touchdown to get you guys to focus in? Because it could easily just kind of let them hit that and go to overtime.
This was a time. This was time to shine. Big time players make big time plays, and I was the time to shine. Like it was just that simple.
Do you
We
feel
need
like,
somebody to take it.
I'm sorry. You feel like those sacks kind of let people know that you're not a guy that started your career in FCS school and you belong at this level?
To me, honestly, the coaches always told me I belong at this level. They told me I should have never been at a lower level school. I should have always been playing the best of the best. But then I guess here was my chance to actually show them I can make it in the FBS and be a very big factor. I had a lot of mistakes on my part, a lot of sacks I should have had, but shoulda, woulda, coulda. Got it next time.
How hard was he to bring down?
He was quick. He was quick. The first drive he had me, he did a little shake. I was like, whoa. Like I thought he was like I knew him and J Trap had similar styles, but they were very similar.
Have you ever been involved in the game where you had with the two block kicks and 2 fumbles on a punt?
No, we had one game where we had a block kick and a fumble, but we never two of each.
What was it like to see the fan support that you guys had here?
It felt like a home game, to be honest. Felt like at the most, like the worst, a neutral spot. Like we had half Florida State, half LSU, and some people just came to watch. It was a show.
So do you guys believe coming into the game that you guys could play like this? I mean,
We knew.
What gave you that belief?
Coach Norvell. Coach Norvell every day tells us how much he loves us, how he chose each and one of us to be here, hand selected, and we all chose to be here. Not one person is here by accident. There's not one person that just stumbled on the street, saw Coach Norvell, and was like, hey, can I play for you? Not one. Everybody's hand selected. Everybody in that locker room's a dog.
What does this team have to do to make sure that this isn't the only big one of the season?
We made a lot of mistakes. The game shouldn't have been that close. In my point of view, we made a lot of mistakes. They got a lot of big plays late in the game. We just got to go back into the locker room, figure out our little mistakes, make them into our strengths, and come back in 2 weeks against Louisville with the hardest, the biggest amount we got, everything we got.
What can this win do for you guys moving forward?
I feel like it gives us momentum. Not us as a team, because we already knew what we could do. But I feel like us as a fan base, everybody was like, this is our chance to prove what we can do, going up against an SEC school, and that was just what we did.
What does it mean to beat an SEC school, you know?
To me, it didn't matter. SEC, Pac-12, Big Ten, it's all the same to me. At the end of the day, a win's a win. It was a big win, though.
What did that locker room look like after?
Can't explain that. So much yelling, so much screaming, water throwing everywhere, people throwing chairs. It was crazy.
Let's go 2 more.
You know, it's on the list side of the ball, but, Jordan Travis on that play got targeted, threw a dime for a touchdown. What did you see from him today?
I did not know Jay Travis was capable of that. Like, I know he was like, going up against him in practice every day, you know how amazing he is and what all the things he can do. I mean, a lot of you have been there at practices. You can see what he can do. But today was just a whole different form, and that's just who he is. Like, that's Jay Travis. That's not even his peak yet.
Jared, can you walk us through your pre-game process? Like you go out to the goal line and you work on some pass rush moves. You're trying to get fired up, or are you trying to calm yourself down? Because I think you're doing a little bit of both at different times.
Yeah, I started off with like hyping myself up really heavy, kind of doing some run blocking, some pass rushing, and then to end it, back in Albany, I had a roommate. His name was Tyler Carswell, and he always meditated against the goalpost. I started adopting that process, like meditating against the goalpost, because I get so hyped up, let me calm down a little bit. And I had to give him that one. Like he's the one that got me calm down.